Most people build their businesses backwards. They take the wrong approach. And what happens is they have all of their attention and focus on the business itself and the structure and the foundation of that, which is great. But they don't stop and consider what kind of life they want, how they want to live, what the values of their life experience are. And when you reverse this and you put all of the emphasis on building a business without projecting into the future 3, 5, 10 years and how you want to live, then what happens is you have built a business and it's upside down because everything is going to support the business, and the life and the lifestyle and the type of life that you really want to create and lead was neglected, or it is neglected. And so if you reverse this and focus on first the kind of life that you want to have, not today, but in 5 years, in 10 years, in 12 years, if you want a lifestyle where you can travel all the time, then that's going to dictate a lot about your business model and how you set things up. Now, when we look at our natural energy and architecture, which is what we look at in Gene Keys and Human Design, I do that with my clients, there is a certain structure and natural course of your energetics and how you're actually putting all that into movement with your business. But you also want to think about, like, what do you really want? Like, what do you really value? If freedom is one of your highest values for your life, then you might want to not create an in-person business that ties you to one location or having to service one-to-one clients all the time. You might want a one-to-many model. You might want to have an online business instead. And I'm not saying any of this is right or wrong, but that is why I call myself a life architect and a legacy designer. Because if you aren't architecting the kind of life that you want to live based on your core values that you want to experience, then you're putting all of this architecture into a business that may or may not down the road, like, it might be valuable and empowering and feel good to you right now, but it may not be sustainable and it may not lead you to that path that you really want for your ideal life and how you want to live and how you want to feel and how you want to move. So take a second to take a step back and look at the architecture part of your life. This is what I do in my life architecture work that I do with my clients. And then, of course, we work on the business. Of course, we work on the brand. Of course, we set up the mechanisms and the foundation for the business, but we do it from the perspective of not just what's happening right now, but where we want to be and how we want to live and how we want to move, and those core values that are the most important. So think about that today. If you own a business or you have a business or you're in the middle of rebranding or pivoting, or you're starting from scratch, or you're starting something new, or even if it's a project, don't put all of your attention into the excitement of just focusing on building that business before you ask yourself these questions and you go through this architecture dynamic to really see if what you're setting up now is going to match up with that vision that you have in 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 years.